This was gonna be a positive podcast until I went to the game this afternoon.
Oh no.
Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. This is Courtney.
I'm Jacqueline.
This is episode 30.
How are we there already?
I have no idea.
And we skipped a couple weeks on accident around Christmas. But that's just...
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Way to bring that back. It just melt in my shame over here.
I'm sorry. I feel guilty about it still.
I mean, me too. That's why I was trying to block it out of my head.
Well, it's fine. 30. Positive.
30.
Positivity.
No, see, this was going to be positive.
Oh, so I'm just continuing the theme.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Well, I'm on theme then. We're good.
You are. You are.
But episode 30. That's
episode 30.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you think people know our social media and email by now?
Probably not.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, our email address is vfcenterice@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @vfcentericepod, and our Instagram is @FromCenterIcePod.
I don't think we've ever actually said, what VF stands for.
Oh, views from.
Yes, but I don't believe we've ever actually gone over that.
Me either.
So, VF is Views From Center Ice.
Views from Center Ice, which is what was going to be the entire name, and then that was just very long, so we stuck with From Center Ice.
Cut out the views.
Yeah, but it's still in our email and our Twitter.
Yeah,
so VF.
Because Twitter wasn't available without the VF.
Yeah, which was weird.
Yeah.
So we had to stick with the VF. But it's fine.
It's fine.
And I think I had created the email address before we started this, so that's how it's still in there as well.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just thought, episode 30, little backstory.
Yeah, a little insider knowledge on episode 30 here.
Probably should have said this before, but
it's fine. It's fine. If you've stuck with us for this long, we'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a rating.
Do it.
Yeah, because it helps us grow and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also tell your friends about us.
You should tell your friends about us.
Especially if they like hockey, but even if they don't.
Even if they don't,
maybe
I think
they will
we're
be entertained.
A pretty good time.
Yeah. Maybe they'll start liking hockey.
Exactly.
And then you'll have more friends that like hockey.
And that's always a good thing.
And the world will smile down on you.
Precisely.
Yeah. From Center Ice is a Rockford Buzz production. We are not in the Rockford Buzz studio today.
No,
we are back in my living room.
In your living room floor.
Yes.
Both of us this time.
Both of us. We are back to both being in the same spot.
But that's just because your couch is full of laundry at the moment.
At least it's clean laundry.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a step in the right direction.
It is. I had to wash a bunch of stuff because everything was coated in drywall dust.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get your walls done.
Yeah. Yeah. I dusted my whole house yesterday.
Sounds exhausting.
It was. It was that. Yeah.
But are they done? They just gotta get painted now?
Yeah.
Alright.
I know, there's no more holes.
No.
No.
Smooth walls.
Smooth walls.
Smooth walls.
Smooth walls. Just like our transition back into this ad read for Rockford Buzz. Rockford Buzz is an online resource for the community featuring a calendar of events, local business directory, positive news stories, and more. Just search Rockford Buzz in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store and follow along on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
So, I had planned to take today to prepare the podcast like I usually do on Mondays, right? But the IceHogs threw a little wrench in my schedule by having
with a 1 p.m. game?
Yeah, a 1 p.m. game that you weren't at.
I have to work.
I
have a conventional job.
Why? Yeah.
Because nobody else has employed me yet.
Yeah, I guess. So, this might be a little messy. I tried to put my Twitter tabs in order instead of taking screenshots and inserting them into our document like I did last week.
Yeah.
Which is a lot easier for me to scroll through and read.
It's a lot smoother, but it's fine.
It is.
This will also work. It's just more clicking.
More clicking through tabs.
That's all.
Yeah. So,
where do we begin?
we're going to begin with something we were talking about last week.
Okay.
Which was the Cassian and Kachuk ordeal.
Yes, the kerfuffle.
Yes, and this was the last thing I saw about it, so it's the first thing on the list today.
Okay.
So, we had talked about how Cassian got a 2-game suspension, right? So then he was talking to reporters, and he was asked if he would do anything differently. And these tweets are from Daniel Nugent Bowman. I'm pretty sure we read some from him last week, because the name sounds familiar.
The name rings a bell.
Yeah. And Cassian said, no, I'd do it all over again. Mentioned NHL player safety head George Peros explained the 2 Kachuk hits were clean.
Oh.
I don't agree,
No.
which we went over last week.
I do
so
not agree.
That's a little odd. But then Cassian goes on to say, clean or dirty, if somebody takes 2 runs at you on your blind side, I told him, since minor midget, I've stood up for myself and my teammates. People don't do that to me or my teammates when I'm out there. To me, those are 2 dangerous hits. If they're clean, they're still predatorial, which is completely fine. I love big boy hockey. But if you're gonna play big boy hockey, you're gonna have to answer the bell every once in a while.
I agree with him.
Uh-huh.
I still hold my stance that Kachuk deserved to get punched.
Okay.
I'm not going back on that at all.
Uh-huh.
I am confused. Not confused.
Okay. Wrong word.
Yes, wrong word.
Okay.
I have questions.
Questions.
About...
Okay. I will answer questions that I don't have the answers to. Lay them on me.
No, just the fact that he shows no remorse.
Cassian?
Yes.
Okay.
How... I feel like the whole point of a suspension
is to be like, hey, don't do that again?
Yeah.
But he's like, I do it all over again?
I'm gonna do it again.
So maybe 2 games wasn't enough?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
It just... Okay, so this whole Tortorella thing with him getting the fine for
oh yeah, for saying some shit.
Criticizing the league or the refs or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
He had to kind of go back on that and like apologize.
Right.
And be like, I was wrong.
Because if he does it again before
the end of this year. This year or next year?
This year.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened, but something happens.
Yeah, he's got like another fine of like $25,000, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he says anything else against the league.
Which doesn't make any sense. If they deserve criticizing, why...
Yeah, this whole censorship type deal. No, if you do something wrong, you deserve to get called out.
Yes. Otherwise, it's never going to change, which is why hockey is so boring.
You're not wrong. They don't know what fun is.
No,
they
and it's so frustrating.
But anyway, back to the whole Cassian thing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point of a suspension is rehabilitation, right?
In theory.
Like, hey, this was wrong. Don't do that.
Right.
But he's just kind of throwing a big old middle finger up like, no, I was right. I'm going to do that again. Specifically, next time I see him.
Right. So what do you propose they do if the suspension doesn't work?
I mean, if he does something similar to what he did the first time for the original suspension, he's obviously going to get more games.
Yes. Because he will be a repeat offender.
Exactly. And in that case, I think he would deserve them more than the first time.
Okay.
I just feel like you can't threaten a guy and then follow through on it and not expect anything to happen.
Very true. Because he said... I don't remember the exact quote, but maybe I should follow him around and wait till he's in a bad position.
Precisely.
And then they suspended him 2 games. And ironically enough, the game he's back is against the Flames.
Them, yes.
Which I don't know that they really thought that through. Or they did and
thought,
hey, you're back. Let's see if you're better now. Against the same team.
That's a ballsy move.
It is.
Because of the comments that he made.
I wouldn't really put it past the league for being that dumb.
They're quite dumb. Like, the most dumb.
Yeah.
The dumbest, if you will.
The dumbest of them all. So, yeah, it's something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And
when is that game? Wednesday?
I don't know. I can look really quick.
All right, let's do that.
But, yeah, that was the last I heard about all of this. Mm-hmm. And is there not a game on Wednesday? Oh, I think it's after the break.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it's
Maybe it's on a Wednesday.
when they come back from the All-Star. Yeah, I think it's the 29th. It is the 29th.
I was right.
All right, January 29th.
That's when my cat's getting his balls cut off.
It is. It is that, because I have to take him to his appointment, so it's in my calendar. Maybe they just wanted people to tune in to a late game on a Wednesday, so they were like, hey. Guess what? There's going to be some drama on this game. Ooh. So then a game people wouldn't normally tune into, now they will.
Ooh, maybe something will happen.
Yeah, and then nothing's going to happen, because Cassian's going to be a little bitch.
Will he be a pussy?
Oh, gosh. Wouldn't that be ironic? That'd be pretty funny. Especially if Kachuk called him out for it after the game.
Oh, how the turntables.
Yes. I'm very interested to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
In other news, now we'll go around the league a little bit. So this was a game on January 14th, which was last Tuesday, because we recorded on the 13th, which was a Monday.
Yes.
And then we didn't post it until Friday.
Correct.
Because I don't have a good reason for that, really. Last week was just a very odd week all around.
We said it was an off Monday. It ended up being an off week.
It sure did. We really set the tone with that Monday.
Very strange week.
Yeah. So we posted it Friday, but we recorded it Monday. It was just chilling on my computer for a week. But... So this tweet was from Dmitry Filipovich, and he said, the Minnesota Wild are playing with 5 defensemen tonight because they forgot to list a 6th one on their lineup sheet.
I mean, rules are rules. But how do you make a mistake quite so detrimental?
It's not the first time it's happened.
Which should have set a precedent of some other sort for...
Yeah, but this is Minnesota we're talking about.
Situations.
I still wish they had lizard tongue GM, but they don't. But still.
Did they win that game?
I don't know. All I have is the tweet in front of me about them.
I just want to know if they won the game.
So that was
only 5 defensemen.
On the 14th. I will go look it up to see if they managed to win that game with 5 defensemen playing. So they were playing the Penguins, and they got slaughtered 7-3.
Oh, they sure did.
Oh, buddy. So maybe that's just a sign that you should
list all of your defensemen.
Yeah. Yeah, you should dress more than 5.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah. Man, imagine being that 6th guy just sitting there like,
oh my god.
You didn't put my name on the list.
But at the same time, you see the final score 7-3. Isn't it kind of like, thank you for not putting me in?
Yes. But it's just like, how do you make that mistake?
Minnesota.
I guess.
Yeah. So do you want to know how ridiculous Austin Matthews is?
Oh, I do.
So this was tweeted by Jonas Siegel on the 14th. Sorry, my cat decided to claw your leg. This was tweeted on the 14th, so I'm sure he has more goals by now because it's Austin Matthews. But Jonas Siegel said, Austin Matthews is up to 145 career goals. That's only the second one into an empty net.
What?
So he had, on the 14th, 143...
Goals on a goalie.
Goals on a goalie. That's how ridiculous Austin Matthews is.
Slipped 143 pucks past a netminder.
Past a netminder.
Wow!
The guys who are paid to make that not happen.
Yes.
He's done it too.
That's insane.
Yep.
Wow.
I know.
He's good at the hockey.
He is good at the hockey. You know who else is good at the hockey?
Who else is good at the hockey?
Alex Ovechkin is good at the hockey.
Goddamn right he is.
You want to know how good at the hockey Alex Ovechkin is?
Please tell me.
All right, this tweet is from Corey Massasak.
Okay.
I am so sorry, I probably butchered that. This was tweeted on January 18th, so that was 2 days ago.
Yes.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So even Ovi probably has more goals by now if they've played
likely.
since then. But Corey says, Wayne Gretzky scored 217 goals from his age 30 season until the end of his career, which was 640 games.
Okay.
Alex Ovechkin has 217 goals since the start of his age 30 season, which is 373 games. He has 217 goals in 373 games after turning 30.
Wow.
Yeah. Granted, Gretzky was known more as an assist guy, but still the best player in hockey.
Uh-huh.
And Ovi has tied him in goals over the age of 30 in almost 300 less games. That's how ridiculous Alex Ovechkin is at hockey.
Wow.
I mean, greatest goal scorer of all time.
Mm-hmm.
How do you even argue that point?
I'm just mind blown.
I feel
honestly.
like we don't talk about Ovi enough on this podcast.
We don't.
And I don't really know why. Maybe it's because we don't see the Caps all that much.
Yeah, because they're on the East.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Maybe when they play Toronto even, but we just never really talk about the Caps all that much. They're just like, yeah, they should be good.
Right.
And they're good.
And they're
so
good.
What do you want?
Things are according to plan here.
Yeah. So, yes, Alex Ovechkin is a monster.
Yes.
And my favorite memory of him still is when we saw the Caps in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hey, Ovi should get a hat trick tonight.
And then he did that.
And he did.
He did do that.
That was amazing.
That was really nice
I
to
love
see.
seeing St. Louis lose.
And I love that you called that.
I know!
It was great. Was that the first time we went to St. Louis?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep. Such fond memories.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a nice feel-good story?
Please.
All
make
right.
me feel good with a story.
This one is from Elliot Friedman.
Okay.
And you know Justin Williams signed back with the Canes, right?
Correct.
He came back after taking half the season off.
Mm-hmm.
And he made his return on January 19th, which was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Even. Huh. So, the Canes were playing, and I don't recall who they played. Let me look real quick, just get the entirety of this story here. They were playing the Islanders.
Yes.
The Hurricanes and the Islanders. So the game goes to a shootout, and Justin Williams scored the game-winning goal in the shootout in his return to the NHL. Isn't that beautiful?
That is just beautiful.
I know. It brings a tear to my heart.
Yes.
Not to my eye. I'm not crying.
No.
But it brings a nice tear to my heart.
But my heart is really
my heart is
tearful
crying.
over this.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's great though.
It is.
Aw, just
I know.
good for him.
It's a little warm and fuzzies in there.
Good for him.
Good for him. You want to
then,
hear something? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I saw their storm surge after that. And
Did you? I didn't.
Oh, they got in their circle or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then they did their little build up. And
Yeah,
then,
the thunderclap.
yeah, and then they took off their helmets and they saluted the crowd.
Aw.
And it was just really cute.
Aw.
Like,
I loved the storm surge.
So do I.
And it just makes me so happy that it pissed Don Cherry off so bad.
What a bunch of jerks.
A bunch of jerks. And then they just owned
They
it.
owned it.
And how do you not root for the Hurricanes?
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
There's not a guy on that team that you're just like, I don't like him.
Right. No, it's just...
And they freaking played basketball on the ice.
They did!
That was ridiculous.
Oh man, I love them.
I
I love
love
fun.
I know.
I love fun!
I'm gonna be really upset if we go down to Carolina and they don't win that game.
They better win that game.
I'd be like, we're staying in Carolina until they win.
I got asked, what was it, yesterday? When I was going to North Carolina?
Oh?
Yes, I was out to lunch with a friend.
Uh-huh.
And they know of our travels.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, when are you going to North Carolina? I'm like, we don't have that one planned yet.
That's random.
Yeah, it came out of absolutely nowhere. We weren't talking about hockey. We weren't talking about anything, really.
Did they say why?
No.
Oh.
No. Just, where are you going next? When are you going to North Carolina? Well, we'll get there.
Yeah. It's just a little further, so you gotta really plan that one.
Yeah, we'll have to plan that one probably with like a Caps game.
Yeah.
Hit a couple of them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
What else is over there?
I don't know. Boston?
That's up.
It is, but it's over. It's east.
It is east.
It's east.
There's a lot of east that we need to hit.
There is.
I was thinking not Middle East, but middle U.S. East. So there's the Canes, there's the Caps, there's
Canes, Caps, and Boston.
Boston is up.
I know.
It's northeast.
Yeah, but isn't it lower than New York?
Massachusetts?
Is it? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Pull up a map right now.
Alright, I'm gonna pull up a map.
Where the hell is Massachusetts?
How the fuck? Okay, that's how you spell it. Who's supposed to remember how to spell Massachusetts? Oh my god, there's so many unnecessary letters in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is way over there.
Oh, it's like next to New York.
Yeah.
I always forget that the entirety of New York isn't coastline.
No,
that's
barely
my problem.
any of it is coastline.
Yeah. And we went over this when we were in New York.
Yes.
But I just always forget that. Okay. So, the Devils.
Oh, yeah. The Devils,
The Devils.
Got Philly.
Yeah. Yeah, Washington makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See?
Not
I know my
Boston.
geography.
More than I do.
Obviously.
Wow. It just blows my mind that the entirety of New York isn't coastline, okay? Because whenever you think of New York, you think of, like, Manhattan, right? And they show you the ocean in every Manhattan shot. So you're like, New York, coast.
Exactly.
No, just like New York City and Long Island, which we were in.
Yes.
Which is still weird to me.
Very strange.
Yeah. Lots of bridges there.
I love them.
Who? The Islanders?
Bridges.
Oh. That makes more sense. I was like, since when do you love the Islanders?
I don't.
Where did this come from?
I don't.
I thought there was like breaking news on the podcast.
I didn't tell you. I fucking love the Islanders
I just
now.
really love the Islanders. We need to get our passports, and then we should just do Toronto and Buffalo in one shot.
Yeah.
Because why would we go over there twice?
We should just hit that in one trip.
I agree. Yep.
Maybe when I get my tax refund.
Yeah. And then we can do it like next year or something. I don't know. We always say we're going to do it. Yeah. Speaking of Toronto, that was like a perfect segue, and we didn't even plan that.
The smooth transition.
Yeah, it's just looking at a map, and I was like, hey, Toronto.
Yeah, because you didn't know where Massachusetts is.
Nope.
Funny how these things work out.
Interesting. Oh, goodness.
So what about Toronto?
So this was tweeted by Chris Johnston on Saturday, January 18th. And this was after they lost to the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so he was quote tweeting David Amber, and David Amber said, "If scores hold up, this is costly. This is costly loss for Leafs. Columbus, Philly, and Florida winning will all pass the Leafs in the East standings. Toronto would end the ninth in the conference."
Oof.
And then Chris Johnston said, "Toronto drops out of playoff position just as the bye week arrives. CBJ, Philadelphia, and Florida all jump past them."
Ouchie. So, you think the Leafs are screwed?
You know, I said that last week, didn't I?
Yeah, I've heard that somewhere.
Huh. Oh.
Why are they so bad?
It's because they started the season terribly with Babcock.
I guess, but then they went on like a crazy streak with Keefe.
Yeah, but trying to make up all those points from...
You're not wrong.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's a big hole to dig yourself out of.
It is.
Ouch.
Yeah, and they've gone on a couple of, like, smaller losing skids, like 1-2 games here and there, which obviously every team's gonna do, but it's a lot harder to do that when you don't have the points banked up from the beginning of the season.
Exactly.
So, Toronto's out of the playoffs right now.
Ouch.
But they were when Keefe was hired, and they managed to get back in, so we'll see how it goes. The good news for them is some bad news that we have coming up in the next couple of tweets, though. So,
Okay.
We'll get there.
It's ominous.
Yeah. But before we get to the bad news, there's more good news.
I like that.
Yeah, so Cale Makar of the Colorado Avalanche set a franchise record for goals by a rookie defenseman.
All right. Good
for
him.
I know, with his 11th goal.
Okay.
And he's just stupidly good.
Yeah,
and it's annoying.
Scoring goals.
It's annoying.
But you like him.
Yeah, but I don't like the Avs.
I always forget your hate for the Avs.
You wouldn't forget if you were at that 4-0 game, standing in standing room.
No, I understand completely.
Seeing Varlamov shut out the Hawks while you can't sit.
Yeah, no, I'd be quite upset as well.
I will never forget. Never forgive.
And I just... Mikhail Makar wasn't there!
No, but it was still the Avs, and I don't like them. So, you know.
Yeah.
But good for Kale.
Good for Kale.
You're named after a leaf, but, you know.
Don't do it again. He drew blood.
Sorry. My cat's a jerk. Alright, and more good news. Yes. Goalie Elvis is doing great.
Yes.
And he was named the second star of the week.
I love him.
And he got 3 shutouts and 4 starts.
That's amazing.
Especially after the game we saw him play in Pittsburgh.
It was not good.
No, but wasn't it his first NHL start anyways?
So, yes.
So it's not like you can expect much from a goaltender in their first NHL game.
He didn't have a win until quite recently.
Yeah, you're right. And then Taves broke Korpisalo. And then he had to come in and be the starter, and he's been very good ever since.
That's where Torts' comments got him in trouble.
Oh, that's right, wasn't it? It was that overtime
full circle.
Game. Wow, I forgot that's the game that did that.
Yeah, because they should technically still have their goalie, because he wouldn't have been injured in the shootout
Okay, well,
did
first
we
of all...
really go over that?
That was probably during one of the weeks that was when everything was happening in the league. Because I remember saying Taves broke Korpisalo, so it wasn't while we were on our little accidental hiatus. But it was probably when the whole coaching nonsense was going on. But you can't say for certainty that if they would have blown the whistle sooner that the play would have still ended up in the same position and the puck would have still gone in the net with time actually on the clock. So that's, I don't know. It's silly.
It is silly.
It's silly.
It's silly, all of it. Silly.
But Torts is silly, so.
Yes.
You know.
He's always got something interesting to say.
Yep, just like when he said he didn't know if Anthony Duclair could play hockey, and now he's going to the All-Star game.
Yeah, didn't he also say that Panarin shit his pants, that's why he couldn't play?
All right. You know, Torts is a treasure. We need to protect him. I'll never forget when he tried to fight another coach when he was coaching in Vancouver.
Oh.
I believe it was Calgary. Yeah, Torts is... He's something else. I just really like this gif of happy goalie
Absolutely,
Elvis.
I need it on a loop forever injected into my veins.
Yeah, but then we get to the bad news.
Oh, no.
But which could be good news for the Leafs.
Okay.
So remember how we said Philadelphia passed them in the standings?
Along with Florida and Columbus.
Yes. So this was tweeted on the 15th, so that would have been Wednesday.
Correct.
From Frank Saravalli. Flyers say goaltender Carter Hart will miss 2 to 3 weeks with a right lower abdominal strain.
Ow.
It's caused a ripple effect on their cap. To recall goaltender Alex Lyon, Flyers had to send Joel Farabee to AHL and place Chris Stewart on waivers. So their goaltender's injured, but for some reason, whenever these things happen, Brian Elliott turns into like a Vezina caliber goaltender. So hopefully that won't happen this time, and hopefully Lyon also won't turn into a Vezina caliber goaltender.
Okay.
And the Flyers will lose a few games, and the Leafs will win a few games, But if it's only 2 to 3 weeks, like we have the All-Star break.
And then...
But if it's a lower abdominal strain, you'd have to think that would still be nagging once you come back, right?
I wouldn't want to move at all, let alone be flopping all over the ice.
How do you strain your abdominals? I feel like they can't even move enough to be strained. But I guess they can
if
because...
you move a certain way without...
Yeah, and I guess goaltenders really don't have any... What am I trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
If they're making a desperation save, they don't have any real mindfulness about how they're moving.
Exactly.
That's way too many words for what I was trying to say, but that's what I meant.
Exactly...
Yeah.
That's the only real way
to
put it.
They want to do whatever it takes to keep the puck out of the net.
Exactly. You can't have that bodily awareness.
Exactly.
In a graceful manner?
No.
You just kind of move however you need to get in front of the puck.
Yep, and that's why goalies get injured so often.
Yeah, I mean, some of those movements are not how a human body is supposed to.
No. They make my groin hurt all the time.
Yes.
Yes. Nope. They are so stretchy.
So stretchy.
So stretchy. So yeah, it sucks for the Flyers, but potentially okay for the Leafs.
Potentially, if they can...
But they need to start winning too.
Yeah, you can't just keep losing.
No. In other injury news... From the Vegas Golden Knights, William Karlsson is week to week with an upper body injury.
Oh, that's unfortunate for them.
Yeah. Those were, I believe, these were the first games he's missed as a Golden Knight, and this was also tweeted on Wednesday, the 16th. So that sucks.
16th was Thursday.
Thursday. That's what I said.
Oops.
Duh.
It
wasn't. I said Wednesday. But... Yes. I believe I read those were the first games he's missed. Before we move on to more injuries, we didn't get here because it wasn't in my tweets, it was just on the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
But, Vegas fired Gerard Gallant.
Why the fuck did they do that? They lost 4 in a row, but, like, that's not enough to fire your coach that got you to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, and... Probably back there again last year if that voodoo wouldn't have happened in the last 5 minutes of the game against San Jose.
Exactly.
But when he was fired, so it was last Wednesday, the 15th, not the 16th when Karlsson was injured. Then Wednesday was actually the 15th.
Yes.
I looked up the standings because I was like, what is going on here? Are they like the bottom? But no, they were in a 3-way points tie for a wild card spot.
Not even that bad.
With Vancouver and Winnipeg.
They're just doing their thing.
Yeah. They did have 2 more games played than Vancouver and Winnipeg, so they had games in hand, but still. And they were 3 points out of first place.
That's not a dire enough situation to warrant firing your coach.
No.
What is happening?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. It very much matters.
Very much matters.
I meant to say it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It also didn't make sense when Florida fired Gerard Gallant.
No, so this guy just keeps getting fired.
For very weird reasons.
I need to know the reason for this one.
Yeah, because that didn't make sense. Let me actually check the standings real quick right now. Because, where is Vegas? They are in the first wild card spot right now.
Okay.
So Vancouver jumped over them and is first in the Pacific, which nobody saw coming. Vegas still has 2 more games played than Vancouver, but they are only 1 point behind.
What the fuck?
So they are no longer 3 points behind. So I don't know. They've moved above Winnipeg by 3 points, so they're no longer tied for points with Winnipeg, but they're tied for points with Arizona now, so I don't know why that happened. Chicago's 3 points out of a wild card spot somehow, but back to Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I didn't see any opinions on Twitter that said why he should have been fired. Everybody else was just as confused as everybody else.
It came out of nowhere.
It did. There were no rumblings. They were talking about an extension earlier this season, and then he's fired. It's like their first sign of adversity mid-season.
You can't just panic and fire the coach, though.
No. At that point, I feel like with where Vegas is,
Mm-hmm.
you'd have to start with management because they're like, this is their third year in the league now, right?
Yes.
Because they went to the final
Yep.
and then they
And
went
then
on.
they went,
So this is
yeah.
their third year. And somehow they're already cash strapped. How? So I feel like you have to start with management if you're going to start
who's
firing.
the GM? McPhee?
Is he still the GM?
I don't
Let's
know.
see. Vegas Golden Knights General Manager. Kelly McCrimmon.
Oh. What happened to McPhee?
I think he got promoted or something.
Okay.
I don't know. George McPhee. Yes, he's the president of hockey operations now.
All right.
So he was sent to higher up in the front office. Now I recall that happening.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like you gotta start with them for putting them in a bad cap situation.
Right.
And
I just don't see any way you can blame.
Gerard Gallant?
No.
Me either.
Like
Nobody has made sense of it to me yet. I was scrolling endlessly through Twitter when it happened. Like, please, somebody make sense of this.
Somebody make
Give
it make
me
sense.
something.
Yeah.
I don't care how, like, petty it seems. I just
Right.
need something.
Something. Give me a reason.
Yeah, but nobody had any sort of reasoning. So I remain confused.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they did it.
No. Who did they replace him with? Is it DeBoer or is he just...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they hired San Jose's coach after San Jose fired him.
Yeah.
So he's the coach that beat them in that voodoo in the final minutes of
Right.
Game 7.
But also, Gallant was supposed to be coaching
Oh
for
yeah,
the All-Star
All-Star
game.
game.
for
Yeah.
that division. Or
Yeah, for the Pacific.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So...
I
It's just a weird fucking situation.
I don't
like,
understand.
None of it makes sense.
No.
We don't have any reasons for anything that's happening.
I just don't see why you look at your coaching situation and you go, Pete Boer is available. So let me fire Gerard Gallant.
Right!
What?
That should never be a train of thought that goes through anyone's mind.
No, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
I got nothing, man.
No.
Like, why? Just why?
I
That's
don't
all
know.
I got.
I don't know. That's all I got too.
Mm.
But I was just reminded of that point talking about Vegas.
Did you see the note that I put in the...
I did. I did. What if Seattle picks him up and he makes it to the
Yeah.
the Stanley Cup final again? That would be
Just divine.
a time.
I just need him to be like the wizard of the expansion teams.
That would be really funny. I want it to happen now.
Yeah, now that Quenville's in Florida, so he's not going to Seattle.
Right.
So the only logical thing now is Gerard Gallant.
Like, wouldn't you... I'm sure they have already called him. Like,
I hope so.
do you want to coach another expansion team?
How amazing would that be?
You seem to have success the first time.
Uh-huh.
So,
See if you can replicate it.
Going back to injury news, though,
Oh, boy.
we have Dougie Hamilton in Carolina.
Poor guy.
Yeah, so he was injured on the 16th, which was a Thursday.
Correct.
That I am now aware of, that the 16th was a Thursday and not a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was speculated that he broke his leg, and then it was confirmed that it's a broken tibia?
Tibia or fibia?
Yeah.
One of those.
One of those.
It's not his femur, it's the lower leg.
Yes, the lower leg. But that just really sucks.
Yeah, he was having a really good season.
Yeah, apparently he was having like a career year. Ugh. You just hate to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So poor Dougie. And then in other potentially good news for the Leafs.
The only good news for the Leafs is injuries for other teams.
Yes.
This is not good.
Panthers goaltender Chris Dreiger? I'm not really sure how you say his name.
I've never heard of this guy.
He's set to miss several weeks with a lower body injury.
Okay.
And, of course, your first thought would be, well, that's okay. That's their backup. They have Sergei Bobrovsky, right?
Right.
Well.
Wow.
So I looked up their goalie stats, right?
Yeah.
Chris has only played 9 games.
Okay.
He's only started 8, but he's gone 5-2, so I guess he didn't finish the other one. With a 235 goals against average and a 932 save percentage.
Okay. Get it then, Chris.
And then you have Bob.
Oh, Bob.
The $10 million man.
Bob, no.
He's gone 17, 12, and 4.
Okay.
With a 322 goals against average and an 898 save percentage.
Bob. Bob, what happened?
Yes, Bob. Bob broke.
Bob, no.
Bob broke.
We need Bob back.
Bob very rich, but Bob broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, they're gonna have to rely on Sergei Bobrovsky.
Bob,
and
you gotta step up.
Hope that he gets back to his Vezina caliber self. Otherwise, the Panthers might be a little screwed. Yeah. But it's good news for the Leafs.
It is!
Yeah.
Because if they suck...
Yeah, hopefully the Leafs start winning.
The Leafs don't suck as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that finishes up, like, around the league. And then we get back to our teams.
Okay.
So before we go...
Back to the good old Midwest Chicago area.
Correct. So the first tweets are about the Blackhawks. So I will tell you how they've done.
Do tell.
In the past couple games. Oh, I didn't put the score from yesterday's game up there. Oh, no.
Was yesterday the
score?
Leafs?
No.
What was yesterday?
Yesterday was not the Leafs. Yesterday was the Jets.
Right.
Yesterday was the
Jet. That was, oh yeah, this game.
Yes.
This game.
Okay, so since we last recorded, the Hawks have played...
Has been a week.
Yes.
Because we actually recorded Monday to Monday.
Whoa!
Look at us. On schedule.
Weird. They've played 4 games. And interestingly enough, both sets were back-to-back.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize until I was writing down the scores yesterday.
All right.
So
strange,
they played Tuesday and Wednesday, the 14th and the 15th. They played the Senators and the Canadiens. So Leonard took the Ottawa game.
Okay.
And the Blackhawks won 3-2.
Woo!
In Ottawa.
Love a good old win.
Me too. And then Wednesday, they played the Habs. So obviously Corey was in net.
Yeah.
In his hometown.
Cannot be anywhere else.
And he beat them once again 4-1.
What has he lost, like, once?
Something like that.
Or something?
Yeah.
Like, he's ridiculous in Montreal.
Yep. So then Corey got the net again against the Leafs. And this is why I have the note below it that says, quote unquote, Corey sucks now.
Oh.
Because I saw a lot of opinions on Twitter. You know, I really need to just stop scrolling through Twitter, but that's how I get a lot of talking points for said podcast.
Twitter is a dangerous place.
It is.
It's very black and white, hot and cold.
Yeah.
No middle ground anywhere.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that the Hawks played back-to-back this weekend. I didn't realize they played Sunday as they were playing on Saturday.
Okay.
So I was seeing things on Twitter saying, why would you give Crawford the start against the high-powered Leafs offense when Leonard's been lights out? And I'm like, well, first of all, he only allowed 1 goal to the Habs. And you saying that would seem to mean that he sucks now.
That's what you're implying.
Right. And I'm just very annoyed by this. Because why does this happen every time there's a capable goalie tandem in Chicago?
May I remind you?
What?
That you are trying to trade him to
the
Leafs.
Not because of his performance. And not because I'm saying he sucks. Just because it makes sense for the Leafs, okay?
Fine.
I don't want this to happen.
Fine.
I don't want it. And the Leafs could use him because he's good! Unlike Hutchinson, okay?
Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
So, every time there's a capable goalie tandem in Chicago, everybody says Corey sucks.
Yeah. It was Darling.
It was Emery, it was Darling, and now it's Leonard. And yes, Robin has been the superior goalie this season.
Oh, yeah. His numbers are insane.
Yeah, and he's just been crazy good because he's a crazy good goaltender.
But
that does not mean that Corey sucks now.
No, you can have 2 good goalies.
Exactly. And yeah, maybe his numbers aren't where you want them to be. And yeah, maybe he doesn't have as many wins as you would want him to have. But have you seen the team in front of him?
Right, exactly.
If these 2 goalies don't play godlike every night, there's
gonna lose.
a good chance they're gonna lose. So
you have to be on another level to be playing behind a team that goes out on the ice and can't perform.
Exactly.
Like, offensively or defensively.
Right. And thankfully they've been a bit better lately. Offensively.
Yes.
I wouldn't say they've been a lot better defensively, but
we have good goaltenders.
Yes, and we have 5 wins in a row now somehow.
Shh, don't let them know that.
Seriously. So I just would like people to stop saying, why would you play Corey against blank team?
Mm-hmm.
Because he is a starting caliber goaltender, so it doesn't matter who he plays.
Correct.
Because he's a good goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Robin is a good goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter who you stick in there night in or night out.
No.
You got a good chance at net. It's
Yes.
up to the guys in front of them.
Correct. We need to
what the outcome of the game is going to be.
in order to win games.
Yes, which they have thankfully been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So then, that was why I had Corey sucks now in our thing.
Okay.
So then Sunday, they played the Jets back at home.
Mm-hmm.
They were off of their Canadian road trip, and they won 5-2.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, and within the last 4 games, Saad and Kajula came back,
Mm-hmm.
and both of them look really good. Both of them have scored multiple goals, so...
Was it Kajula taking all the penalties?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know what was happening there. I was watching the game, too, and I'm not really sure.
I was stuck watching football again. But the hockey game's not on TV for me anyway.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not really sure what was going on there, but he couldn't stay out of the box.
Yeah, I just kept, because I just have to keep up on Twitter, and I just kept seeing Kajula to the box, Kajula to the box.
It's like, wait, is this an old tweet? Nope.
What's happening?
Nope, I think he took 4.
Something like that, yeah. He couldn't stay out.
Yeah. But they won.
They won. And Patrick Kane.
He got his 1,000th point!
He did.
Ah.
And they cleared the bench. And they mobbed him.
Yep.
And it was beautiful.
It brought a tear to my eye. Not just my heart
Not
this
just
time.
your heart this time?
No.
Straight to the eyeball.
Straight to the eyeball. It bypassed the heart and went straight to the eyeball. I don't know where it came from. Maybe it bubbled up deep inside of my soul.
Yeah.
Oh.
But good for him.
I know. I was sitting there watching this game, and, first period went by, no point. Second period went by, no point. I was like, are we really going to draw this out? Come on, Patrick. And then he gets a secondary assist on Saad's goal to get his 1,000th point.
Yep.
And that's just madness. Really.
Taves is at $7.99 now, right?
$7.99,
So
and Keith is at 99 goals.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yep. So let's read the tweets from the past week about the Blackhawks.
Oh, boy. All right.
So, there was a vote for Coach of the Decade. And they finally got something right.
Yes.
So they named...
I don't know how they could have named anybody else.
Joel Quenneville the Coach of the Decade. 3 cups.
Well deserved.
In 6 years. And he never won Coach of the Year while he was...
That's insane.
Here during this decade, yeah. Which just lends more to it being an award for the team we thought was going to suck but ended up being good.
Exactly.
Which is silly.
Yeah.
It's very silly.
If you have an amazing team out there, the coach isn't going to get credit.
Duh. And then we have a tweet thread about Crawford.
Okay.
From Ben Pope. And this was on the 14th, so the day after we recorded.
Tuesday.
Yep. And he said, Corey Crawford said he plans to sign another contract when his current one ends this summer, aka not retiring, that he hasn't talked to Stan Bowman yet, and he seemed largely uninterested in signing into a backup role in Chicago or otherwise.
Okay.
On being a backup, I'm a pretty competitive guy, feel like I could still make a difference on a team to make a run at a championship. That's where my head's at. Never really had a role of sitting on the bench, being a part of that situation, so I don't know. On Hawks, I would still love to have a chance here to win another cup. We have a really good young group of players, and guys get to the next level pretty quick, I find. once you get over that learning curve, I think we could be competitive quickly.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I want it to feel good,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't. It feels scary.
It feels very scary.
Because I don't feel like the Hawks are in on him anymore,
Mm-hmm.
really. I feel like they're moving on.
So you think they're going to sign Leonard?
Yeah, but he's not going to take a discount.
But what if Robin wants to go somewhere else?
Then I feel like they're going to feel like they're stuck with Corey. This is not how I feel at all.
Right, I know.
I am very much on board with keeping him around.
Yes. We've had 2 weeks in a row now where a goalie has been non-committal about signing in Chicago.
Yeah, but can you blame them, though?
No.
I would not want to stay here if they were continuing to play the way that they have been playing. Not recently, but this season.
Right. So, my thinking is they have to sign at least one of them before the trade deadline.
Yes.
Because if you get to the deadline and you know Robin's not going to re-sign here, you have to move him. You have to get something for Robin Leonard.
You cannot just let him walk like the Islanders did.
Ugh. No.
No.
And if they re-sign Robin and Corey really doesn't want to be a backup, you can get something for him at the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to get at least one of the two done before the deadline. And I'm very afraid that they're not going to do that. And so we will go into the summer.
No.
Unsure.
I can't do that. My heart can't take it.
Our goaltending situation.
Because we only have Colin Delia.
That's it!
That's all.
That's it!
No Kevin Lankinen.
We don't even have Kevin signed.
No Kevin. We still don't know where Tompkins is signed and not signed.
Yep.
Obviously.
Corey and Robin aren't signed. They're
gone.
both UFAs at the end of the season. At least Kevin's an RFA.
Yeah.
So
we need netminders, though.
Yep. We went from hoarding all of the goalies
to not having any of them.
No. To having one. So your
Chase Marchand.
Oh yeah, he was recalled
from
the Indy.
IceHogs. Yeah.
Not really sure why they have 4 goaltenders right now, but
I saw that it was because the ECHL is going into a break or something, so he's getting some working time with the goalie coach.
Sure. I mean, it worked for Colin when he was playing in Indy, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought a 3 goalie system was hard. Try a 4 goalie
system. No! I can't do it.
Yeah, so you might as well prepare for your Blackhawks starting goaltender next year of Colin Delia.
With no one to back him up.
No one to back him up. And then maybe Matt Tompkins as your starter in Rockford. Maybe. Kevin's just gonna float out in the ether somewhere.
No, Kevin.
At least get him extended.
Please?
It's not gonna be as expensive as the other two.
We just need something.
We need at least give me 2 goaltenders under contract.
Yeah.
At least 2.
Just 2.
Yeah, then you can pick one to go up and one to stay down, and then you just fill in the spots.
Exactly.
But no, we have one.
Just going.
So that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And I really just want them to fix that.
Yeah.
So Kubalik scored his 20th goal this weekend.
Yeah, he did. Good for him.
Against the Leafs. And he batted it out of the air like a baseball.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so Taves just, threw the puck across the rink, and Kubalik reaches up and just whacks it in the net.
Hand-eye coordination, man.
I saw it happen. I was like, did I just see that correctly? And it's just so beautiful. It's not something you see very often.
No.
And then he got his 21st goal also. But this was tweeted So this was Saturday, so that would have been the night of the Leafs game.
Correct.
Charlie Remiliotis tweeted, Dominic Kubalik, 18 even-strength goals this season.
Wow.
The second most by a rookie, Cale Makar and Martin Nakash with 8.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Was that the one you were telling me about?
Nope.
Oh, have we gotten there yet?
Nope.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah, I said I had a stat to blow your mind.
All right, I'm waiting on it.
Nope, we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Wow, but that one blew my mind anyway.
Yeah, so he's got the most even strength goals by a rookie.
Okay.
I know.
Good on him.
That's crazy. He just, like, came out of nowhere, too.
He did.
Because I feel like he started the year and we were all like, yeah, he looks really great.
Mm-hmm.
And then he cooled off a bit and we were like, he's still a really good player,
Yeah.
but he's not, like, playing to his potential. And all of a sudden he's scoring all the goals and has 21.
Hello, Dominic.
Yeah. But he was put on a line with Taves and they've rejuvenated each other, apparently.
Good.
Because now Taves also can't stop scoring.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Keep that shit up.
Yep. And this was tweeted yesterday by Jimmy Greenfield.
Okay.
Per NHL, Blackhawks forward Dominic Kubalik became the first rookie to 20 goals this season, while his 14 tallies since December 1st trail only Toronto's Austin Matthews with 18 among all players in that span.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're saying Kubalik
It's good.
is good.
Kubalik is good.
He's good.
And we traded a 5th-round pick to the Kings to get him, and it's just so beautiful.
Oh,
It just warms my heart.
lovely.
It doesn't make up for 2014, but it does warm my heart.
But it is lovely nonetheless.
It is. It is. This was tweeted today by John Dietz.
Okay.
Dominic Kubalik has 15 goals in the last 21 games.
That's good.
That's a 59 goal pace over a full season. He now has 21 goals and is suddenly right on the heels of Patrick Kane, who has 24.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's a free agent at the end of the season.
God damn it. Courtney!
So what is he gonna get paid?
We don't have money.
Nope. Another tweet from yesterday.
Okay.
This is also from Jimmy Greenfield.
Mm-hmm.
The Blackhawks are 23, 20, and 6 after 49 games.
Yeah.
Last year's record after the 49th game, 16, 24, and 9.
Were they that bad last year?
52 points this season versus 41 points, and far more injuries this season.
I didn't realize they were that bad last year.
They were real bad last year.
Like,
we thought,
I knew it, but like...
yeah, we thought they were real bad this year. They were real bad last year.
Wow. Just comparatively, that's crazy to see
Yes.
next to each other.
And seeing that we've had more injuries this season.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we actually might have a semi-good team.
We might.
They just can't play correctly.
Well, we need to...
Because, like, DeBrincat needs to start scoring.
Yeah.
That just needs to happen, because he's not doing that.
No.
Strome needs to get healthy. The defense needs to play defense. And then we'd be in a good position, because obviously goaltending isn't an issue. We just went over that.
Yeah, no, we're fine there.
Yeah. And now Kane is scoring. Taves has started scoring again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this team is. I don't know what they are.
That's the problem.
Yes.
If you are good, you know what you are,
Mm-hmm.
you can figure out what you need to either keep being good
Yep.
or improve even more.
Or you could be
If you
Detroit,
are-
who knows they're very, very bad.
Exactly. Or you can be bad, and then you can start trying to do things in order to stop being bad.
Yes.
But when you are the Hawks, where they are at the moment, you have no fucking clue if they're good or bad or what they're doing. So what do you do?
Are they
You
going to
don't-
be like the Bears and just live in mediocrity for years? Never get a high draft pick, never get a low draft pick, just right in the middle of the pack.
I really hope not.
Yeah. Or they'll be like the Wild who start, and they'll start making the playoffs every year, but like keep getting out in the first round
That's
and
just-
never go
I
anywhere.
don't like that even more.
Yeah. I'd rather just be bad.
Yeah.
At least you get good draft picks, and then you get good,
Eventually.
in theory, unless you're Edmonton. So, I don't know what this team is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
that
full
in
of
itself is the problem.
players who have won before,
Mhm.
know what it takes to win,
Correct.
and have talent of guys who haven't won before,
Mhm.
who should boost you to win another one with the talent alone,
Mhm.
But Cat's not scoring. It doesn't matter what the goalies are doing because the puck's still going in.
Right.
I just don't know.
Which is the problem.
Yes. That is the problem. Do you think there is hope with the way this roster is built currently?
Yes.
Yeah?
You mean like for this year?
This year and next year.
Next year, we have no idea what the fucking roster's gonna look like.
You're right. So for this year, we don't know if we're gonna have any goaltenders. We're just gonna put a seal in the goal. Yep. Or a walrus, isn't it? A walrus in the commercial?
Walrus, yep.
Yeah. What about for this year? Do you have hope? Are we gonna pull a St. Louis?
I don't know about that, but I feel like they could definitely still make the playoffs.
And then what?
And then
what?
Lose.
Like, why even make the playoffs at that point? At least get a lottery pick, you know?
Yes, no,
a chance
I
at the lottery.
understand what you're saying, but I feel like they have what it takes to make the playoffs. Not to win the cup.
I'm tired.
I feel it.
So tired. So then we're back to Kane's 1,000th point.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the 10th American-born player and 4th all-time Blackhawk to hit that number.
Good for him.
That's just crazy to me. And the other 3 Blackhawks in front of him were Stan Mikita, Bobby Hull, and Dennis Savard.
So, like...
There's some good names.
Yeah.
There's some good names in there. He's only 96 points away from matching Dennis Savard's total.
Mm-hmm.
153 from Bobby Hull's and 467 from Stan Mikita.
Woo.
But it's possible.
It is possible.
If he stays with the Hawks his entire career, I could see him being number 1.
For sure.
He's the youngest American-born player to reach 1,000 points.
I keep seeing this whole American-born thing. I want to know how many...
Canadian-born? Or foreign-born?
Anybody else.
Anybody outside of America?
Yeah, just not American. I just want to know...
But he's American!
I understand that, but
America!
I don't...
America!
I don't care. I just want to know how many people have done it. I don't care where you're from. Just tell me how many.
Oh, gosh. And we've already said this, but just to recap this weekend, from Scott Powers, the Blackhawks defeat the Jets 5-2 and win their 5th consecutive game.
Shh, whisper.
The Hawks are 3 points out of a wild card spot.
Crazy talk.
We were last not too long ago.
Yeah. Who's behind us? We got the Wild.
We have.
We got...
I will tell you who is behind us.
Tell me right now.
Let's see here.
Right now.
We have Nashville. We have Minnesota. We have San Jose. We have Anaheim. And we have Los Angeles.
Oh, the Kings are real bad, huh?
Oh. Yep. Yep. They have 13 less points than we do.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nashville is 3 points behind us. Minnesota's 4 points behind. You know it's bad when Minnesota's only 4 points behind you.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. It's ugly.
It is ugly.
Ugly, ugly, ugly. Gosh. And then Kirby. He's turning 19 soon. It must be either today or tomorrow because this tweet was from Stats Center and it said, notching an assist in the last game he'll play before turning 19, which was yesterday's game against the Jets, Kirby Dach moved into 4th on this list of notable all-time Blackhawks to contribute quite admirably on offense at a mere 18 years old.
Birthday is tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Happy birthday, Kirby.
Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
By the time this posts.
So he has 12 points as an 18-year-old.
Okay.
And the only players in front of him on the Blackhawks were Bobby Hull with 15, Patrick Kane with 22,
Yeah, well.
and Ed Olczyk with 50.
50?
50!
Oh.
But that was in the 80s.
The 80s were a different time for
They
hockey.
were. So good job, Curbs. Do your thing.
Do you think, Curbs?
And then we moved to Rockford.
And
And now it's time to talk about the IceHogs.
Yeah.
Now it is time to talk about the IceHogs.
I love them so much.
So, we have some injuries on this team.
Oh, yeah.
We have Hakkarainen, who was injured for, like, the whole beginning of the season, and then he came back for a couple games, and now he's hurt again.
Yeah.
We have Philip Kurashev, Tim Soderlund,
Timmy with the wagon.
Thompson, I can't remember his first name. What the hell is his first name? I can't recall.
I have no idea.
And then Anton Vadin.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. And there's been a lot of movement with the IceHogs.
Mm-hmm.
So it was before Sunday's game, right?
What?
Brandon Hagel was recalled to the Blackhawks. I believe it was before Sunday's game? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Both of them were after, weren't they?
Were they? No.
Yeah, they got sent at the same time.
No.
Dylan came back first. And
yes.
then
Dylan
Hagel
came back before the game on Sunday.
Correct. But then Hagel and Dennis came back after, did they not?
Yeah, but I'm saying, when did Brandon get recalled? When did he get called up to the Hawks? It was this weekend.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
We are on different pages here.
Yes.
Okay.
Was it before Saturday's game?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We were not talking about the same thing.
No, we weren't. And then Dylan was sent back before the game against Chicago on Sunday.
Right.
And then after the Blackhawks game last night, Hagel and Gilbert were sent down.
Yes.
After the game today,
they were called
Hagel and Gilbert were called back up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really understand what the point of that was.
Keep them playing. Play them in Rockford. Play them in Chicago.
Yeah, but they're not playing in Chicago.
Yes.
So why did they get called back up?
I don't.
There's only one more game before the break.
I don't know.
And nobody got injured.
No.
And neither of them played on Sunday.
They're just doing stuff.
I don't know what they're doing.
Stuff?
They're just lucky that Rockford's like an hour and a half away. I don't understand how some of these teams have AHL affiliates halfway across. Yeah. Or Vancouver and Utica. That's two opposite ends of the country.
All the way across the country.
I don't understand. Our guys just have to go an hour and a half down 90.
An hour and a half. Like, you just drive down one road and you get to the...
Right. Why would you want your affiliate to be...
That's crazy.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
But yes, we're very fortunate to have such close affiliation.
Yes, but then they do confusing shit like this.
Yeah, and we don't know why they're doing it. They're just doing it.
I really don't know why these two were sent down to play today's game and then called back up.
I just wanted to crush their soul a little bit.
Probably. So let's go over the games since we last recorded. So the IceHogs have played 5 games, as opposed to the 4 that the Hawks played.
Correct.
It was the same number last week.
Yeah.
Different number this week. So they also played Tuesday and Wednesday. They played the Admirals and the Griffins. On Tuesday, they lost 4-1 to the Milwaukee Admirals.
Just too damn good this season. I don't know what's happening.
Yep.
They're so good.
They finally lost to Chicago on Saturday, I think.
Why are they so good?
I have no idea. And Nashville sucks. Why don't they call up some of their guys from Milwaukee?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
No.
Nashville's really bad, and they want to be good. Why don't they call up some of their guys from Milwaukee?
It would only make sense.
So Wednesday, we won in Grand Rapids in the shootout, 2-1. Friday, we played the Griffins again and lost 4-1. Sunday, they played the Wolves, and Colin got a shutout.
Woo!
For
his first shutout, I think, since March of 2018.
Yeah. And that was the last IceHog shutout, too, I believe.
Was it really?
I think so.
Holy hell.
I think that's what I read, yeah.
Wow.
So then we come to today's game. And
Kinda
today,
glad I was stuck at work.
we lost to Belleville 3-0. And Kevin was in net.
Kevin.
Yes. And that will be significant once I read one of these tweets I have coming up. So, starting on the 18th, which was Saturday, we signed Gabriel Gagne to a PTO. Yep. He was the ECHL leading goal scorer.
Oh.
And he scored a goal against Chicago on Sunday.
Yes.
Yes. And today he was on a line with the 2 Secura brothers.
Oh. All right.
Yes. So we just keep signing the top scorers from the ECHL.
But we keep releasing them.
We do. I don't know what that's about. I think Watson was scratched today.
Okay.
The other Quenville brother did play, and Gagne played, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure Watson was scratched. Yeah, we already said this. It was Collins' first shutout since March of 2018. He made 34 saves against Chicago.
Colin.
He was very good.
Good.
I actually enjoyed watching that game. I watched it on TV in between my mad dusting rampage around my house.
I tried, but my antenna only does so much, and the 23 channels were not coming in.
Of course. So then we move to this tweet from Mario Tirabassi.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Lankinen is 0-6-1 in his last 7 starts for the IceHogs.
Oh no!
He has a .441 goals against average and an .872 save percentage.
Kevin!
What happened?
Kevin!
He started the season on fire.
Oh no!
What happened?
872?
Yes.
0-6-1?
Yes.
Kevin, no!
What happened?
441 goals again. Oh, my heart is doing a sad tear.
Yes. And he's an all-star.
Yeah.
But what happened?
Oh, no.
I mean, this probably coincides when all the injuries started and when everybody started getting called up and all that.
Oh, for sure, but ouchie.
That's bad.
Oh, that's real bad.
So I was half expecting Tompkins to play today.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't. Kevin played today.
Who was backing up?
Colin.
Okay.
But I wouldn't...
Wait, didn't you say Tompkins might be injured?
Did I?
I thought that you had said...
I said Thompson was injured.
Maybe I read it wrong.
Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't put any of the goals on Kevin today. There was one that was a breakaway, and you kind of want your goalie to have that.
You would like it, but you can't.
The first goal was on a penalty kill. And there were, 3 Belleville players just in front of Kevin with no defender in sight. And so it was an easy backdoor pass and tap in. I was like, what do you expect him to do? He can't do anything. He has to try to play the pass on 3 different guys.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So the second one was the breakaway, right after they got done killing a penalty. Right after Belleville got done killing a penalty, they scored on the breakaway. And then the third one was very odd. It, hit Kevin, bounced over his shoulder, hit the post, in, and then bounced out, and it got reviewed to see if it was a goal. I was like, it was a goal. It was in the net. I was like, you can't really blame him for that either. And the IceHogs got caught puck watching a lot today. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you all on the same side of the ice? There's clearly a guy open over here who has the puck, but there's no defenders over here. The first period ended 0-0.
Right.
And the first period was a very good period.
Okay.
They were skating fast. They were getting shots. But there were, I want to say they had 2 chances that the puck should have just gone in, and they didn't. So one, Cramarosa had basically half of a net wide open. And he one-timed the puck, and it just shanked wide. So when you start games off like that, you're like, is this just one of those games where none of the bounces are going to go our way? And they're all going to go the other team's way? And I think that's just what this game was today. Yeah. They had a lot of good chances throughout the game. They just wouldn't go. They had a lot of tips. They had a lot of scoring chances. Hagel drove the outside towards the net and didn't go in, as he does. So it was just really frustrating. The second period, they only gave up 1 goal, which is usually their worst period.
Yeah, they're not good at the second period historically.
No, that was the power play goal for Belleville.
Okay.
And then they allowed 2 in the third. It's like the longer the game went on, you could almost tell that they played yesterday because they just kept getting worse as time progressed. It's like, are you getting tired? Yeah. Gilbert didn't make as much of an impact as I was hoping. He didn't look bad by any means. That's not what I'm saying. I was just hoping he would make a bigger impact than he did. He looked fine. He also
hasn't. Who was he paired with? Do you know?
Chad Chris.
Okay.
He also hasn't played in a while in Chicago either, so it was his first game action in a bit, so I'm not going to blame him or anything.
Right.
The whole team was just kind of off in their own zone. They had a lot of chances. They started really fast, and then they just
died out.
Kept getting slower. It was like a candle burning out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like it was lit when the puck was dropped. Like the candle was lit.
Yeah.
And then it just burned out very quickly. It was like a birthday candle.
Oh.
How they burn out really quick.
All right.
Yeah. They played like a birthday candle.
Well, don't do that again, okay?
No. No. Even after the second period, I had hope. I was like, they only allowed one goal.
Yeah, if they don't let it completely fall apart in the second period, they have a chance.
Yeah. And no.
The second period is usually when they just let it get away from them.
And I don't understand why.
Me either. But that's just how it goes. You can see it happening.
You can.
Every time.
Yeah. And they did have some penalty trouble. There were a few calls near the end of the game in the third period that I thought should have been called against Belleville that weren't. Mm-hmm. But you can't hang this one on the officiating. If you can't score a single goal, it's not on the officiating. And then the IceHogs were pushing at the end, and they had a few good chances, and then they got called for a pretty weak penalty, and that was game over, you know? Mm-hmm. So it was just very discouraging because the longer it went on, the worse they got. And
I was hate those games.
Yeah, like first period, it ends 0-0. Right. Cool. Second period ends 0-1. Not ideal, but you can score one goal and come back.
Doable.
And then I feel like the third period just drained my soul of any life.
Oh,
I was like, oh my god.
Yep. Oh no.
Yeah. And then we got shut out officially after shutting out Chicago yesterday.
Yeah. But
it wasn't Kevin's fault. He actually played very well. He had a lot of difficult chances in front of him. He stopped a lot of tip shots. So I thought he played...
He's a very good goalie.
Yeah, I don't know what these numbers
are insane.
I'm not going to hang these numbers on him. I think it was just a product of what the team has been going through lately.
Sure, absolutely.
Thankfully, Colin is playing like a 940 something right now. Since December 1st, I want to say. He's like a 947. That was before yesterday's shutout.
Colin is back.
Thank Kevin God. Is struggling. Tommy is playing sometimes.
That's about all we got.
I still don't understand the goalie rotation here.
Not at all.
I figured Tommy would at least be backing up today when I saw that Kevin was in net, just because Colin played yesterday. Mm-hmm. So I really don't understand the 3 goalie system.
It's never made sense the whole time they've been doing it.
No, it's more ideal this year, I guess, because they're all good and they're all young. It's not like we have... like Forsberg we had last year, who wasn't really a prospect.
Forced to play him because he was making money.
Yeah. So, like, they're all, I would consider goaltending prospects. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to have 3 good ones.
Right.
But I don't understand how they're rotating them in and out.
No.
I would like to see Tommy play more. He plays well every time he's in net this year, which is really promising. He's only progressed since we first saw him, so...
Right.
That's good. This was from Joseph Zakshevsky. I can never say his name correctly.
Josie.
Yeah, close enough. This was after today's game. Rockford has been blanked for the 4th time this season and now held to 2 goals or less in 12 of the last 14 games.
So we're not an offensive team.
No. And I think that's where Kevin is struggling.
Yeah.
Because he's letting in, 4.41 or whatever.
Oh, God, that hurts.
And we're only scoring 2 or less.
Ouchie.
So.
Big ouch.
Yeah. They need to play better in front of him. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he needs to tighten it up a bit. But Jesus Christ. So, yeah. The Blackhawks are fixed, apparently. Now the IceHogs are completely broken, except for when they play Chicago, because they're 6-1 against Chicago.
It just warms my heart.
Me too. I need them to just get that 7th win to take the lottery cup, and not tie them for the 3rd time 12, in a row.
12.
Yeah.
I mean 6-6.
Yeah.
4. 12.
Yes.
6 and 6 is 12.
It is. Wow. Congratulations.
I can do math.
Woo!
I got math, I got geography.
You know where Massachusetts is.
The whole system here.
Now, to end this week's podcast.
Oh boy, where are we going?
I'm going to blow your mind.
Okay.
So, when you think about the Blackhawks, and you think about their offense and their defense,
okay,
how would you rate their offense?
When they turn it on, it's real good.
Just overall this season.
Overall this season.
Give it a letter grade.
C.
Okay.
Plus.
Okay. What about their defense?
D.
D?
D.
All right. What would you give their goaltenders?
A.
A? All right. So.
Minus.
Okay. A minus. So if you average out a D and an A minus, that would come out to about a B minus.
That's what I'm
would
thinking.
You say?
Yeah.
All right. Where do you think their power play is?
Probably not.
Like
great.
in the league. So there's 31 teams.
Yeah, there is.
Where do you think they're ranked?
In the power play?
Yes.
Bottom half for sure, I would think.
Yes.
Let's go 24th.
27.
Damn it!
Where do you think their penalty kill is? 1 to 31.
I feel like they're better on the penalty kill.
It's not hard to get better than 27.
I mean, 18th.
Nope.
Up or down?
Just take another guess.
Is it 20th?
Nope.
Girl, I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going here.
They are you ready?
Probably not.
6th in the league in
I was
penalty kill.
Gonna say higher, but you were making me doubt
6th!
6th?
In the league!
I thought that they were doing all right, but you were like...
Their penalty kill percentage is 83.1. They are
hell.
killing 83.1%
Wow.
of their penalties.
That's good.
Yes.
The IceHogs cannot say the same.
Oh, no.
No, their penalty kill is real bad. We were sitting in 30th for a long time.
Yeah, we were. We were doing
I think we've gotten up a little bit. Maybe we're in like 27th-ish
maybe.
now.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. But yeah, I was watching the Hawks game the other day. It might have been the Leafs game. And the little graphic pops up when they go on the power play or penalty kill, and it's like, this is their percentage and blank in the league. And I was like, did I see that right? Did they say 6th or 16th?
6th.
So I looked it up, and I was like, 6th? Are you kidding me?
Penalty kill, huh?
The team... So I didn't look at the teams in front of them.
Okay, I need to know.
Until just now.
Okay.
So I'm going to start from 5 and go up to 1.
All right.
5th, Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
4th, Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay.
3, Boston Bruins.
All right.
2, Washington Capitals.
Yeah.
The number 1 penalty kill in the league, who do you think it is? Do.
The pressure! My mind automatically went Penguins, but I don't think that's actually it.
The Penguins are...
Oh, you're scrolling.
Oh, I missed one.
Oh, okay.
14th.
Okay. Who's number 1, Courtney?
The number 1 penalty kill in the league... Oh, wait. Hold on.
Hold on.
Huh.
What are we looking at? What's happening?
What? I'm confused. Hold on a second.
What have you done?
Wait. No, that's right. What? Well, I was looking at penalty kill percentage, right? And then I hovered over it, and it said since 1977. I was like, wait a second. This is since the 70s? But no, it's not. Okay. The number 1 penalty kill in the NHL right now is the San Jose Sharks.
Excuse me? What?
The San Jose Sharks.
What is their percentage? Please tell me.
Who are 26th in the league, are first on the penalty kill with 87.7%.
So they're one of these teams that does better without a fifth on the ice than they do 5-on-5. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm so confused right now. Okay, they're fourth lowest in goals against per game. Goals for per game. So they're not scoring, clearly. And goals against per game, they are... Let's see. Fourth. They are the fourth best team in the league at keeping the puck out of the net. Wait, no.
What?
No, I lied.
Okay.
They are the fourth worst.
I was gonna say.
Fourth worst.
That makes a lot more sense.
It sorted it differently.
Okay.
It was putting the best ones at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I don't know what's going on in San Jose, actually. I really don't know. They are fourth worst at keeping the puck out of the net, but they are very good on the penalty kill. Riddle me that one.
I cannot.
Yeah, so now that I've also had my mind blown by not reading the rest of the stats for the penalty kill, we will wrap up this week by reiterating that the Blackhawks seem to be fixed.
Okay.
But the IceHogs are completely broken. And so is my heart.
Yeah, my heart right along with it.
Yep.
Broken-hearted hogs.
We look forward to the game on Wednesday.
Who are they playing?
Don't know.
Hold on.
Texas.
Fuck, you're right.
Yep.
That stupid green team.
Yep. So
I hate them.
We will see how that game against Texas goes. Hopefully better than the game today. And I hope we have better news for you next Monday.
That would be fantastic, and I would really appreciate it if we could do that.
Yes. So, have a good week.
Yes.
Try not to think about the IceHogs too much. And we'll see y'all on Monday. You will hear us on Monday or Tuesday or whenever you listen.
Post it.
Yep.
Or you listen.
Yeah.
Someday.
We'll record next Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.